Things we can learn from one another is a lot. We can learn so much from other nations. Yeah. Being an immigration country like the United States, I think in general, it's a country that has and had to learn and still learns how to live together with one another. Melting pots everywhere and trying to intertwine the communities from the one to the other. And I think that's good to learn from. Germany is not an immigration country so far as I know. I've never heard this at school or from the kids. I don't know. But I think we should learn how to do this and how to deal with, people coming from everywhere, living with us and helping us and being a part of our society, and full stop. So I think what we else can learn from other people, for example, from Great Britain, you will always queue when you wait for a bus. Yeah, they queue. That's in Scotland was like that. I thought, I love this because there is no fussing around and there's always enough buses to carry the people. Because usually as a pupil here, you can be glad to get a seat. You probably won't get a seat. You will have to stand and hope there will be. Well, actually, it's good when it's really crowded in the bus, because then you cannot really fall down, drop, or be handicapped because you cannot even enter. Yeah, I don't know how others do it, but here when you have somebody like with a carriage, for example, with a small child, yeah. So what do? There's the bus stop. The bus stops, and the driver leaves the car, walks around the bus, has to go and open a special kind of, don't ask me what this is, something that you roll on with your wheelchair, for example, inside the bus, which is not taking a lot of time. Or somebody just getting along and wait for me, because she's coming with a carriage, for example, they have to wait for him or her. And then, and then this takes some time. The bus driver goes back to his seat. The bus in this time is unattended, so to speak. Gets back on the car and keeps on going. Then, what else could we learn? Let me think. And how children grow up. Usually, it's the mother driving them from here to there to everywhere. I don't. Well, first of all, over 3 years so far, or even more than 3 years, I didn't have a car over the last 3 years. And they had to cope on their own. They had to get up early in the morning to catch the bus, to not miss the bus, to get everything at their disposal. As I take enough lunch boxes, take your money, so in case something happens, you have a tiny little bit of money with you. If something there is, I said, you call a taxi from the station, the railway station, and they will bring you here. It's not that much. I said, I can pay for this. You can tell them, you can come here, and I will pay the taxi driver once you're here. And that's what we do, okay? Kids learn to grow up having their own car. They don't have their own car, but their mothers, for example, drive them here to there to everywhere. And so they get used to this. And so this is normal. Yes, it is normal for them. And this doesn't cost money. Not at all. If you have to drive them here and there and everywhere, you have several kids. Well, would you like to, I found out that I had a lot of time for myself once I said, you take the bus. You take the bus. We don't have a car anymore. I'm sorry, I can't pay for this anymore. I just can't. And you have to go by car. No, by bus. Or you have to call up your dad, who usually doesn't come and pick them up. We know.